morning horizon cracks with a blinding yellow glare, heating the oxygen in the suffocating humid air. Our celestial guardian looks down on a fractured earth, mourning the tragedy right from the moment of birth. Ultraviolet rays piercing through the fragile ozone, melting the marrow inside of every human bone. I shield my vision from the agonizing solar glare, breathing the tragedy lingering in the atmosphere.
The thermometer shatters from the escalating degree, boiling the surface of the terrifying angry sea. A planetary teardrop falling from the blazing sphere, making the environmental consequences crystal clear. The asphalt softens underneath my heavy tramping boot, incinerating the branches and scorching the deepest root. We gaze at the zenith, completely blinded by the light, praying for the mercy of the cool and velvet night. The stratosphere is weeping a river of liquid gold, a devastating prophecy that the ancestors foretold, sweating out the poison in this terrifying heat, a cosmic phenomenon that is impossible to beat. Oh, look up at the crying sun, scorching up the sky, watching the ancient frozen glaciers slowly die. Crying sun blazing with the furious radiant grace, leaving a sunburn upon the entire human race. Let the brass section wail, let the temperature rise. We are staring directly into the apocalypse's eyes, a massive eruption of 1,000 degrees, bringing the toughest warriors straight to their knees. The desert oasis has turned into a shallow dust, corroding our machinery into a pile of rust. A solar flare disrupting the satellite communication, causing a panic across the frightened, trembling nation. We gather around the bonfire to sing a desperate hymn, knowing our chances of survival are incredibly dim. The equatorial intensity is far too much to bear, a massive conflagration that we simply cannot share.
My mascara liquefies and runs down my burning cheek, searching for a sanctuary for the weary and the weak. The sunburn blisters upon my unprotected, fragile skin, a visible punishment for my unrepented sin. I raise my hands up high toward the burning yellow disc, accepting the danger and the unavoidable risk. The melody acts as a supernatural sunscreen lotion, calming the turbulence of my terrifying emotion. Stratosphere is weeping a river of liquid gold, a devastating prophecy that the ancestors foretold, sweating out the poison in this terrifying heat, a cosmic phenomenon that is impossible to beat. Oh, look up at the crying sun, scorching up the sky, watching the ancient frozen glaciers slowly die. Crying sun blazing with the furious radiant grace, leaving a sunburn upon the entire human race. Let the brass section wail, let the temperature rise. We are staring directly into the apocalypse's eyes, a massive eruption of 1,000 degrees, bringing the toughest warriors straight to their knees. Eclipse the sorrow, black out the devastating ray. We are gonna survive this apocalyptic day. The corona is flashing, the heat wave is supreme, waking us violently from the planetary dream.
Scorching
an old forgotten room. The vinyl record spins a scratchy, melancholic tune, bathed in the artificial glow of a neon moon.
I tap my fingernails against the cheap mahogany, trapped inside this beautiful toxic symphony. You walk right through the parlor with a dangerous swagger, holding my attention like a hidden silver dagger. I strike a match against the heel of my leather boots, wearing this tattered confidence like a tailored suit. The atmosphere is heavy, saturated with desire, walking barefoot across a pit of burning fire. I see you sitting there, sipping on a sour drink, pushing my sanity way past the absolute brink. The jukebox hums a melody of broken-hearted fools, breaking every single one of the tavern's golden rules. Inhale the vapor, let the poison circulate, leaving our fragile future to the hands of fate. Exhale the misery, watch the gray clouds rise. I see my own reflection in your compromised eyes. We got those smoky blues tearing up the atmosphere, the loudest kind of silence that you'll ever hear. Smoky blues, a fatal magnetic attraction, looking for a tiny bit of chemical satisfaction. Oh, turn up the amplifier, let the feedback scream, living in the middle of a feverish dream. Yeah, we're burning out fast, but we're shining so bright, singing the smoky blues into the endless night. The bartender polishes the glassware with a filthy rag, while I surrender completely to this glorious drag. A pocket full of coppers and a pocket full of lies, ignoring the warning signs and the desperate cries. The tempo shifts into a syncopated heavy grind, leaving the rational decisions completely behind. Your lipstick leaves a smudge upon the paper cup. I am falling way down, but it feels like going up, going up, going up. My vocal register drops into a gravelly tone, navigating this hazardous territory all alone. The friction between us creates a static spark, illuminating the corners of the pitch black dark. I flick the ashes right into the porcelain tray. No, tomorrow I will definitely have to pay, but tonight the rhythm is a captivating drug, sweeping our transgressions right under the rug. Inhale the vapor, let the poison circulate, leaving our fragile future to the hands of fate. Exhale the misery, watch the gray clouds rise. I see my own reflection in your compromised eyes. We got those smoky blues tearing up the atmosphere, the loudest kind of silence that you'll ever hear. Smoky blues, a fatal magnetic attraction, looking for a tiny bit of chemical satisfaction. Oh, turn up the amplifier, let the feedback scream, living
fretboard is a roadmap of the mistakes I have made, where every single promise has been steadily betrayed. My callous fingertips press against the nickel wire, extinguishing the remnants of a suffocating fire. The tuning pegs are rusted from the dampness of the room, an instrument absorbing all the overwhelming gloom. I pluck a solitary note and let it hang in space, a sonic representation of a devastated face.
I plug the heavy cable in the amplifier jack, knowing that my innocence is never coming back. The vacuum tubes are glowing with the warm nostalgic heat, pumping out a rhythm of absolute pure defeat. I dial up the overdrive to mask the inner ache, calculating exactly how much more my mind can take. The hum of the equipment is a sympathetic friend, accompanying this journey to a miserable end.
The physical vibration travels up the wooden neck, a beautiful salvage of a devastating wreck, translating the tragedy into an audible sigh, a spectacular method to efficiently cry. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing apart the fabric of the fragile sonic scene.
The bridge pickup captures every microscopic flaw, exposing the emotion that is terrifyingly raw. I manipulate the whammy bar to emulate a moan, operating in the territory completely on my own. The pentatonic scale provides a temporary map, navigating safely through the psychological trap, a symphony of sadness generated by the hand, the only universal language I can fully understand.
The nylon and the steel create a gorgeous tragic blend, a musical epistle that I desperately send. I mute the heavy rhythm with the palm of my right hand, creating a dynamic that is utterly grand. The distortion pedal mimics all the anger in my brain, a beautiful cacophony driving me insane. But when the chorus hits, I find a momentary peace, a wonderful, incredible, magnificent release. The physical vibration travels up the wooden neck, a beautiful salvage of a devastating wreck, translating the tragedy into an audible sigh, a spectacular method to efficiently cry. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing apart the fabric of the fragile sonic scene. Bend the note, make it scream, wake up from this agonizing dream. The resonance is pure, the frequency is true, a devastating serenade dedicated just to you. Strum silence. Oh, 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 oh. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing apart the fabric of the fragile The celestial canvas painted deep indigo, watching the distant silver constellations glow. A velvet blanket wrapping my shivering frame, trying to forget the echoes of a hollow game.
The lunar cycle guides my solitary feet, far away from the noise of the bustling street,
seeking a sanctuary where the quiet heavily lies underneath the majesty of the open skies.
Pacing the floorboard while the galaxies spin, shedding the weight of my original sin. The astronomical clock ticks in perfect time, a silent observer to this upward climb, eclipsing the hardship, leaving orbit behind, searching for a haven for a troubled mind. The atmospheric pressure begins to finally drop, reaching for the summit at the mountain top.
When the twilight fades into the darkest hour, we gather the remnants of our spiritual power, guiding our vessels through the cosmic sea, unlocking the padlock, setting the captive free. Midnight Zion,
A sanctuary built in space,
finding salvation in this tranquil place. Midnight Zion,
floating on a stellar breeze,
bringing the arrogant empires to their knees, bathing our wounds in the astral light, conquering the demons of the endless night.
the atmospheric pressure begins to finally drop, reaching for the summit at the mountain top. Meteor showers blazing a trail of gold, a beautiful story that has never been told. No borders, no boundaries, no terrestrial lines, just the universal truth that eternally shines, elevating the consciousness above the fray, waiting patiently for the breaking of day.
My silhouette stretches across the silver lawn, breathing the oxygen before the coming dawn. Gravity loses its unrelenting hold, making my hesitant spirit incredibly bold. The cosmic hum vibrates in my inner ear, erasing every particle of lingering fear. A nocturnal pilgrimage to a sacred dome, finally discovering my permanent home. Twilight fades into the darkest hour, we gather the remnants of our spiritual power, guiding our vessels through the cosmic sea, unlocking the padlock, setting the captive free. Midnight Zion, a sanctuary built in space, finding salvation in this tranquil place. Midnight Zion, floating on a stellar breeze, bringing the arrogant empires to their knees, bathing our wounds in the
a line,
a sin,
a sin.
Midnight Zion, a sanctuary built in space, finding salvation in this tranquil place. Midnight Zion, floating on a stellar breeze, bringing the arrogant empires to their knees, bathing our wounds in the astral light, conquering the demons of the endless night, drifting upward,
Celestial peace.
Zion awaits. Pouring the bourbon from a dusty glass bottle, pushing my sanity full speed at the throttle. Fermented courage making my boots wanna sway, chasing the ghosts of my yesterday away.
The saloon is spinning in a dizzying blur,
causing a raucous and magnificent stir. Ice cubes clinking in a crystalline cup, drinking the bitter medication straight up.
tapping my heel on the sticky wooden planks, joining the misfits in the rebellious ranks. A dizzy intoxication wrapping around my brain,
numbing the sting of this relentless pain.
the brass section howling like a wild coyote,
Floating my troubles on a fragile boat,
a barrel of liquor and a pocket of lint,
running a marathon in a frantic sprint. Swirling the liquor, catching the amber gleam, waking up violently from a sober dream, tossing the inhibitions out the swinging door, leaving our misery scattered on the floor.
whiskey skank,
Getting dizzy on the floor,
stomping our feet till we cannot take no more.
whiskey skank, the chaotic joyful mess,
Relieving the tension,
and the awful stress, spilling the spirits on a tavern rug,
caught in the grip of this musical bug,
a jubilant riot in a fermented haze,
dancing right through this magnificent maze. The upright piano takes a pounding abuse, providing the perfect and rowdy excuse. A tavern of sinners, hypocrites and saints, removing the shackles and the tight restraints.
my collar is loose and my tie is undone.
This chaotic revelry has
Only begun, a potent concoction to loosen the tongue, a mischievous anthem that must be sung. My petticoat twirls in the furious spin, embracing the chaos and the beautiful sin. Their bartender rings the heavy brass bell, casting a potent and intoxicating spell. I stumble slightly, but I catch my own stride, enjoying the thrill of this turbulent ride. The vintage amplifier crackles and pops, nobody leaves until the melody stops. Swirling the liquor, catching the amber gleam, waking up violently from a sober dream, tossing the inhibitions out the swinging door, leaving all misery scattered on the floor.
whiskey skank,
Getting dizzy on the floor,
stomping our feet till we cannot take no more.
whiskey skank, a chaotic joyful mess,
Relieving the tension,
and the awful stress, spilling the spirits on a tavern rug,
caught in the grip of this
musical bug, a jubilant riot in a fermented haze,
dance
in May. One more round, keep stomping, skank it away. Oh, oh, one more round. Emotional tourniquet finally snapped in two, exposing the lacerations to the entire avenue. I am hemorrhaging my feelings on this wooden stage, flipping to a thoroughly depressing, tragic page.
A crimson river flowing from a deeply wounded heart,
Tearing my psychological stability apart.
the microphone stand is the only thing holding me upright,
Surrendering completely to the devastating fight.
my vulnerability is presented for the crowd to see, stripped of my defensive masculine anatomy. The incision is profound, the agony is extremely real. There's absolutely nothing left for me to conceal.
I pluck the nylon strings with the trembling, nervous hand, hoping the audience can somehow finally understand. A spiritual transfusion required to keep me alive, desperately fighting to fundamentally survive. Draining the essence from the center of the vein, a beautiful method of managing the chronic pain. Exsanguinating sorrow, drop by precious drop, unable to command the biological rhythm to stop. This is a bleeding soul, pouring out the brutal truth, sacrificing the remnants of my golden wasted youth. Bleeding soul, a hemorrhage of the purest sound, staining the carpet on the auditorium ground. Let the world it's a cry, let the choir softly hum. We are waiting patiently for the ultimate kingdom come. A musical surgery performed without an anesthetic, beautifully tragic and spectacularly poetic.
The scar tissue forms a melody across my chest, a permanent reminder of the agonizing test. I suture up the wound with the soaring vocal run, knowing the recovery process has barely begun. The spotlight is a scalpel cutting through the murky disguise, reflecting the trauma directly into your eyes. A therapeutic performance acting as a bandage wrap, escaping the jaws of a psychological trap.
My hemoglobin drops as the tempo starts to climb, committing the ultimate confessional vocal crime. I am an open book, completely missing the final spine, pouring my tragedy into a glass of bitter wine. The audience acts as a massive collective nurse, lifting the heavy burden of this unrelenting curse. A cathartic release of the pressurized internal gauge, leaving my entire anatomy upon the stage. Draining the essence from the center of the vein, a beautiful method of managing the chronic pain. Exsanguinating sorrow, drop by precious drop, unable to command the biological rhythm to stop. This is a bleeding soul, pouring out the brutal truth, sacrificing the remnants of my golden wasted youth. Bleeding soul, a hemorrhage of the purest sound, staining the carpet on the auditorium ground. Let the world it's a cry, let the choir softly hum. We are waiting patiently for the ultimate kingdom come. A musical surgery performed without an anesthetic, beautifully tragic and spectacularly poetic.
Let it flow, let the absolute essence spill,
Climbing the summit of the agonizing hill,
the music is the plasma,
the rhythm is the cure,
making my intentions remarkably, beautifully pure.
yeah. ultimate kingdom come. Musical surgery performed without an anesthetic, beautifully tragic and spectacularly poetic. Stitching it up, the bleeding stops, music heals. Fretboard is a roadmap of the mistakes I have made, where every single promise has been steadily betrayed. My callous fingertips press against the nickel wire, extinguishing the remnants of a suffocating fire. The tuning pegs are rusted from the dampness of the room, an instrument absorbing all the overwhelming gloom. I pluck a solitary note and let it hang in space, a sonic representation of a devastated face.
I plug the heavy cable in the amplifier jack, knowing that my innocence is never coming back. The vacuum tubes are glowing with the warm nostalgic heat, pumping out a rhythm of absolute pure defeat. I dial up the overdrive to mask the inner ache, calculating exactly how much more my mind can take. The hum of the equipment is a sympathetic friend, accompanying this journey to a miserable end.
The physical vibration travels up the wooden neck, a beautiful salvage of a devastating wreck, translating the tragedy into an audible sigh, a spectacular method to efficiently cry. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing apart the fabric of the fragile sonic scheme.
The bridge pickup captures every microscopic flaw, exposing the emotion that is terrifyingly raw. I manipulate the whammy bar to emulate a moan, operating in a territory completely on my own. The pentatonic scale provides a temporary map, navigating safely through the psychological trap, a symphony of sadness generated by the and, the only universal language I can fully understand.
The nylon and the steel create a gorgeous tragic blend, a musical epistle that I desperately send. I mute the heavy rhythm with the palm of my right hand, creating a dynamic that is utterly grand. A distortion pedal mimics all the anger in my brain, a beautiful cacophony driving me insane. But when the chorus hits, I find a momentary peace, a wonderful, incredible, magnificent release. The physical vibration travels up the wooden neck, a beautiful salvage of a devastating wreck, translating the tragedy into an audible sigh, a spectacular method to efficiently cry. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing spectacular exodus of the free. I clutch my luggage tightly to my rapidly beating chest, leaving the concrete slums for the legendary West.
The metallic engine groans, spitting out a jet of steam,
transporting the passengers toward a collective dream.
a symphony of pistons pushing on the rusted wheel, a revolutionary movement that is finally getting real. The freight cars are loaded with the hopes of the oppressed, a monumental journey, a spectacular quest. The locomotive captain pulls the heavy iron lever, severing the ties to the Babylon forever. The rhythmic clatter echoes on the wooden railway ties, drowning out the government's fabricated lies. We shovel the combustion, fueling up the massive grate, escaping the perimeter of the dictatorial state.
Velocity increasing as we blast out of the zone, heading for a territory completely unknown. The momentum is a weapon, the rhythm is a shield, racing past the borders of the sugarcane field. All aboard that trench town train, unstoppable and loud,
Carrying the voices of the liberated crowd.
trench town train, tearing right through the tracks.
No hesitation and no ever looking back.
From the ghetto alleyways to the mountaintops so high,
Watch this iron chariot elevate into the sky.
sound the glorious whistle, let the engine roar.
We are kicking down the hinges of the freedom door. The cabin is vibrating with the fierce, rebellious chant, doing all the massive things they told us that we can. The velocity blurs the passing scenery outside, a thoroughly exhilarating, terrifying ride. The systemic barriers crumble as we barrel through, creating an environment spectacularly new. The compass needle points strictly toward the promised land, guided by the power of a mighty unseen hand.
I stick my head out the window to catch the rushing gale, writing a victorious chapter to this epic tale. The suffocating poverty is shrinking in the rear, replacing the anxiety with the vision crystal clear. The percussion of the tracks is a steady boom and kick, making the oppressive politicians awfully sick. A rolling sanctuary constructed out of steel, the most euphoric liberation I will ever feel. Velocity increasing as we blast out of the zone, heading for a territory completely unknown. The momentum is a weapon, the rhythm is a shield, racing past the borders of the sugarcane field. All aboard that trench town train, unstoppable and loud,
Carrying the voices of the liberated crowd.
trench town train, tearing right through the tracks.
No hesitation and no ever looking back.
From the ghetto alleyways to the mountaintops so high,
Watch this iron chariot elevate into the sky.
sound the glorious whistle, let the engine roar.
We are
Twilight settles heavy on the dusty dirt road fork, where the spectral entities supposedly walk and talk. I brought my warm acoustic and a pocket full of grief, looking for a supernatural, permanent relief. The cicadas are buzzing, a hypnotic droning sound, as I draw a circle on the unforgiving ground, waiting for the midnight when the bargain can be struck, willing to surrender all my everlasting luck.
A shadowy figure emerges from the sugarcane field, holding the contract that can never be repealed. The temperature drops in a natural freezing chill, testing the parameters of my independent will. He tips his dark fedora, flashing a golden grin, offering a shortcut through the labyrinth of sin. The intersection hums with the terrifying power, counting down the seconds to the designated hour. Transaction of the spirit in the middle of the night, trading our eternity to win this mortal fight. The signature is written in a crimson bloody hue, a devastating compromise between me and you. Down at the Kingston crossroads, where the devil waits, holding the master keys to the consequential gates. Kingston crossroads, making a dangerous pact, a mesmerizing, frightening, irreversible act. Will you sell your soul for a melody of gold, or keep your integrity before you grow too old? The intersection forces you to finally choose between the reggae salvation or the tragic blues. He hands me the guitar, the strings are humming hot, promising the absolute success that I have sought. My fingers move with lightning, a virtuoso grace, but I see the sudden tragedy reflected in his face. Fame is an illusion, a temporary fleeting crown, before the gravity pulls you violently back down. The gravel crunches softly underneath this pointed shoe, reminding me exactly what I promised I would do.
I clutch my vocal microphone, my voice begins to soar, achieving a register I have never hit before. The talent is incredible, but the cost is far too steep, a horrifying secret I am obligated to keep. The crossroads disappear into a thick swirling mist, leaving me alone with this terrifying twist. The spotlight is blinding, the applause is deafening, but I feel my inner conscience slowly deadening. A transaction of the spirit in the middle of the night, trading our eternity to win this mortal fight. The signature is written in a crimson bloody hue, a devastating compromise between me and you. Down at the Kingston crossroads, where the devil waits, holding the master keys to the consequential gates. Kingston crossroads, making a dangerous pact, a mesmerizing, fighting, irreversible act. Will you sell your soul for a melody of gold, or keep your integrity before you grow too old? The intersection forces you to finally choose between the reggae salvation or the tragic blues. The price of the magic, the cost of the fame, nothing will ever be the same. Tear up the paper, run from the deal, hold on to the only thing that is actually real. Sign the line, take the price, lose your soul, open your eyes. Down at the Kingston crossroads, where the devil waits, holding the master keys to the consequential gates. Kingston crossroads, making a dangerous pact, a mesmerizing, fighting, irreversible act. Will you sell your soul for a melody of gold, or keep your integrity before you grow too old? The intersection forces you to finally choose between the reggae salvation or the tragic blues. The deal is done, crossroads, Lord of mercy. I've soaked these Camden bricks with salty tears. My garden's overgrown with thorns and weeds, neglecting every single one of my basic needs. The sky is bruised, a shade of violet gloom. Within this dusty, silent, lonely room.
But down beneath the surface, deep and wide, there is a spirit that you cannot hide. The soil is parched, the sun is blazing red. Forget the hollow words that they have said.
Ancestors watching from the mountain peak, giving strength to all the tired and the weak. Though the branches may be broken and the leaves turn brown, we won't let the weight of sorrow pull us down. Extract the essence from the struggle and the strife, finding the nectar in the middle of this life. Bitter roots, reaching for the light, growing through the concrete in the dead of night. Bitter roots, hold on to the ground in the silence, hear the most majestic sound. It's a long way up, but we're standing tall. Oh, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall.
I see the system trying to choke the vine, but the nectar of the truth is truly divine. Drenched down spirit in the London storm, keeping the fire burning,
keeping us warm. No axe can fell the tree of liberty, for the truth shall set the captive people free. I'm pouring blackest coffee for my soul, trying to regain some semblance of control. The bitterness is familiar on my tongue, a song of survival that has always been sung. I'll paint my eyes with coal and face the day, watching the gray clouds slowly drift away. Though the branches may be broken and the leaves turn brown, we won't let the weight of sorrow pull us down. Extract the essence from the struggle and the strife, finding the nectar in the middle of this life. Bitter roots, reaching for the light, growing through the concrete in the dead of night. Bitter roots, hold on to the ground in the silence, hear the most majestic sound. It's a long way up, but we're standing tall. Oh, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall.
dig deeper past the limestone and the clay, beyond the reach of those who wish to betray. The nourishment is found in the ancient history, unlocking the gates of every hidden mystery.
Bitter but strong, deep but resilient,
The foundation
is solid. The spirit is brilliant. Bitter roots, reaching for the light, growing through the concrete in the dead of night. Bitter roots, hold on to the ground in the silence, hear the most majestic sound. It's a long way up, but we're standing tall. Oh, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall. Roots rock, Soulfire, take us higher, take us higher. Roots rock, Soulfire, the roots remain bitter but sweet.
oh,
Yeah. The murky bio bubbles with the dreadful secret brew, formulating hexes aimed directly at you. alligator sliding beneath the Spanish moss, tallying the ledger of a monumental loss. A mysterious practitioner stirs the iron pot, tying up my destiny in a complicated knot. Sprinkling the graveyard dust upon the wooden floor, opening the hinges of an otherworldly door.
I hear the incantation whisper through the cypress trees, carried by a foul and unnatural breeze, rattling the vertebrae inside the leather sack, guarantee nobody is ever coming back.
The grease talisman hangs around my neck, keeping the malevolent apparitions in check, lighting up the candles on the makeshift shrine, erasing the boundaries of the dividing line,
Uttering the
syllables of an ancient dreadful curse, making the predicament exponentially worse. The sorcery is potent, the magic is severe, summoning the phantoms that you constantly fear. Listen to the voodoo wail echoing across the swamp,
joining the procession in the terrifying stomp,
voodoo wail sending shivers down your spine,
intertwining your miserable existence with mine.
let the witch doctor chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary crumble, like hypnotic spell woven in a musical form,
Summoning the fury of a supernatural storm. The talisman vibrates with a kinetic strange energy, unlocking the padlock of a hidden memory, pounding on the goatskin with the frantic wild pace, summoning the spirits from a designated place.
the potion is simmering, emitting a foul scent, a magical phenomenon that cannot be unspent. I throw the carved trinkets upon the dusty dirt, shielding my anatomy from any impending hurt. My pupils dilate as the trance begins to take, causing the foundations of the cabin to shake. I speak in a dialect I never formally learned, while the effigy of my enemy is totally burned. The swamp water ripples from the heavy vibration, a terrifying, spectacular, dark celebration. We bind the adversary with the metaphysical thread, communicating directly with the lingering dead, uttering the syllables of an ancient dreadful curse, making the predicament exponentially worse. The sorcery is potent, the magic is severe, summoning the phantoms that you constantly fear. Listen to the voodoo wail echoing across the swamp,
Joining the procession in a terrifying stomp,
voodoo wail sending shivers down your spine,
intertwining your miserable existence with mine.
let the witch doctor chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary chasing the phantom of a stolen kiss. My trench coat collar turned against the wind, calculating the exact moment that I sinned. A fedora cast a shadow on a stranger's face, a clandestine meeting in a hidden place. The cobblestone glistens with the evening precipitation, caught in the middle of a grand investigation.
A private sleuth operating in the midnight shade, examining the evidence that was poorly laid. A magnifying glass on a smeared lipstick stain, connecting the dots inside a cynical brain. The jazz club is a sanctuary for the underground, where the most illicit information can be found. A snare brush swishes like a serpent's tail, following the breadcrumbs on a dangerous trail. Whispering secrets in the smoky alcove, searching for the treasure in a hidden trove. The saxophone slithers through the foggy chill, a cinematic narrative with a lethal thrill. More rhythm slipping through the alleyway, where the darkest predators come out to play. More rhythm, a sophisticated fatal groove, watching every single calculated move. Black and white aesthetics in a colored world, watching the mystery get slowly unfurled. A dangerous tempo with a jazz inflection, hiding our motives from police detection. A ransom note typed on a vintage machine, the most peculiar scenario I have ever seen. A flickering street light illuminates the crime, operating totally outside the bounds of time. A double-crossing syndicate operating out of sight, bleeding the citizens in the dead of night. But the syncopation offers a peculiar clue, leading my investigation straight back to you. A femme fatale posing with a cigarette holder, resting my chin upon my velvet shoulder. I fabricated alibis to cover up my track, knowing there is absolutely no turning back. The upright bass plucks a sinister chord, a deadly gamble for a meager reward. I slit the microfilm inside my satin glove, a casualty of war, a casualty of love. Whispering secrets in the smoky alcove, searching for the treasure in a hidden trove. The saxophone slithers through the foggy chill, a cinematic narrative with a lethal thrill. Noir rhythm stepping through the alleyway, where the darkest predators come out to play. Noir rhythm, a sophisticated fatal groove, watching every single calculating move. Black and white aesthetics in a colored world, watching the mystery get slowly unfurled. A dangerous tempo with a jazz inflection, hiding our motives from police detection. Don't speak, the walls have ears, I can smell your absolute paralyzing fears. Pass the envelope underneath the table, keep the facade as long as you are able. Footsteps, shadows, curtain calls, the gavel falls. More rhythm stepping through the alleyway, where the darkest predators come out to play. More rhythm, a sophisticated fatal groove,
pouring the bourbon from a dusty glass bottle, pushing my sanity full speed at the throttle. Fermented courage making my boots want to sway, chasing the ghosts of my yesterday away. The saloon is spinning in a dizzying blur, causing a raucous and magnificent stir. Ice cubes clinking in a crystalline cup, drinking the bitter medication straight up.
Tapping my heel on the sticky wooden planks, joining the misfits in the rebellious ranks. A dizzy intoxication wrapping around my brain, numbing the sting of this relentless pain.
The brass section howling like a wild coyote, floating my troubles on a fragile boat. A barrel of liquor in the pocket of lint, running a marathon in a frantic sprint.
Swirling the liquor,
Catching the amber gleam,
waking up
violently from a sober dream, tossing the inhibitions out the swinging door, leaving our misery scattered on the floor.
whiskey skank,
Getting dizzy on the floor, stomping our feet till we cannot take no more.
whiskey skank,
A chaotic, joyful mess, relieving the tension and the awful stress, spilling the spirits on the tavern rug, caught in the grip of this musical bug. A jubilant riot in the fermented haze, dancing right through this magnificent maze.
The upright piano takes a pounding abuse, providing the perfect and rowdy excuse. A tavern of sinners, hypocrites and saints, removing the shackles and the tight restraints. My collar is loose and my tie is undone, this chaotic revelry is only begun. A potent concoction to loosen the tongue, a mischievous anthem that must be sung.
My petticoat swirls in a furious spin, embracing the chaos and the beautiful sin. The bartender rings the heavy brass bell, casting a potent and intoxicating spell. I stumble slightly, but I catch my own stride, enjoying the thrill of this turbulent ride. The vintage amplifier crackles and pops, nobody leaves until the melody stops. Swirling the liquor, catching the amber gleam, waking up violently from a sober dream, tossing the inhibitions out the swinging door, leaving our misery scattered on the floor.
Whiskey skank,
Getting dizzy on the floor, stomping our feet till we cannot take no more.
whiskey skank,
A chaotic, joyful mess, relieving the tension and the awful stress, spilling the spirits on the tavern rug, caught in the grip of this musical bug. A jubilant riot in the fermented haze, dancing right through this magnificent maze.
raise up your glasses,
Toast to the night
bathe in the glow,
of the flickering light,
let the intoxication
fuel the fire,
take in the temperature.
higher and higher.
Sip,
Sway, lean, stop.
whiskey skank,
Getting dizzy on the floor, stomping our feet till we cannot take no more.
whiskey skank,
Chaotic, joyful mess, relieving the tension and the awful stress, spilling the spirits on the tavern rug, caught in the grip of this musical bug. A jubilant riot in the fermented haze, dancing right through this magnificent maze. One more round. into the basement club, immersed entirely in the frequencies of the dub. The strobe light flickers, cutting through the dense, heavy fog, navigating the darkness like a solitary dog. My doppelganger mimics every movement that I make, testing my sanity to see how much my mind can take. A phantom reflection projected on the plaster wall, answering the terrifying subterranean call.
The audio engineer twists the analog, mixing up, controlling the heartbeat of the synchronized dancing mob. Reverberation bouncing off the insulated ceiling, amplifying this deeply unsettling, eerie feeling. I confront the monster that is hiding in my own brain, dancing erratically to keep myself entirely sane. The lower edges just vibrate right through my spinal cord, a heavy manipulation by the musical overlord.
Submerging our consciousness into the deepest low, where the obscure, terrifying entities prefer to go, manipulating the echoes, stretching out the time, committing a beautifully sonically perfect crime. Welcome to the shadow dub, where the phantoms sway, keeping the obnoxious glaring sunlight far away. Shadow dub, bouncing off the subterranean floor, leaving you begging the DJ for a little bit more. Let the bass line rumble, let the snare drum crack. We are venturing deep and we are never coming back. A hypnotic trance inside a pitch black hidden room, finding our salvation in the middle of the gloom.
The synthesizer oscillates a terrifying drone, a sinister frequency that chills me to the bone. My darker alter ego takes complete and total charge, becoming a menacing figure,
Incredibly large.
we wrestle with the demons in a synchronized routine, the most spectacular exorcism you have ever seen. The woofer cabinets rattle with the violent earthquake force,
Taking this ritual along its necessary course. A sudden dropout leaves my vocal hanging in the air, exposing a vulnerability I rarely ever share. The delay pedal repeats my phrases into infinity, questioning the boundaries of my own divinity. I twirl my silhouette into a dizzying fast spin, shedding the layers of my metaphorical skin. The sonic isolation acts as a protective shield, conquering the adversaries on the battlefield. Submerging our consciousness into the deepest low, where the obscure, terrifying entities prefer to go, manipulating the echoes, stretching out the time, committing a beautifully sonically perfect crime. Welcome to the shadow dub, where the phantoms sway, keeping the obnoxious glaring sunlight far away. Shadow dub, bouncing off the subterranean floor, leaving you begging the DJ for a little bit more. Let the bass line rumble, let the snare drum crack. We are venturing deep and we are never coming back. A hypnotic trance inside a pitch black hidden room, finding our salvation in the middle of the gloom.
drop the treble, let the low end dominate,
This is the moment where the spirits culminate.
echoes multiplying in the empty
A
space.
terrifying grin upon the phantom's face.
Phantom bass. Drop, drop, drop.
Welcome to the shadow dub, where the phantoms sway, keeping the obnoxious glaring sunlight far away. Shadow dub, bouncing off the subterranean floor, leaving you begging the DJ for a little bit more. Let the bass line rumble, let the snare drum crack. We are venturing deep and we are never coming back. A hypnotic trance inside a pitch black hidden room, finding our salvation in the middle of the gloom. Let the echo fade, return to the surface, the dub survives. darkest fears. I've soaked these Camden bricks with salty tears. My garden's overgrown with thorns and weeds, neglecting every single one of my basic needs. The sky is bruised, a shade of violet gloom, within this dusty, silent, lonely room.
But down beneath the surface, deep and wide, there is a spirit that you cannot hide. The soil is parched, the sun is blazing red. Forget the hollow words that they have said.
Ancestors watching from the mountain peak, giving strength to all the tired and the weak. Though the branches may be broken and the leaves turn brown, we won't let the weight of sorrow pull us down. Extract the essence from the struggle and the strife, finding the nectar in the middle of this life.
Bitter roots,
reaching for the light,
growing through the concrete in the dead of night.
Bitter roots, hold on to the ground.
In the silence,
hear the most majestic sound. It's a long way up, but we're standing tall, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall.
I see the system trying to choke the vine, but the nectar of the truth is truly divine. Trench town spirit in the London storm, keeping the fire burning,
keeping us warm.
No axe can fell the tree
of liberty, for the truth shall set the captive people free. I'm pouring blackest coffee for my soul, trying to regain some semblance of control. The bitterness is familiar on my tongue, a song of survival that has always been sung. I'll paint my eyes with cold and face the day, watching the gray clouds slowly drift away. Though the branches may be broken and the leaves turn brown, we won't let the weight of sorrow pull us down. Extract the essence from the struggle and the strife, finding the nectar in the middle of this life. Bitter roots, reaching for the light,
growing through the
concrete in the dead of night. Bitter roots, hold on to the ground.
in the silence,
hear the most majestic sound. It's a long way up, but we're standing tall, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall. Dig deeper, dig deeper, dig, dig, dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper.
ooh, dig deeper past the limestone and the clay,
Beyond the reach of those who wish to betray.
the nourishment is found in the ancient history,
Unlocking the gates of every hidden mystery.
bitter but strong, deep but resilient. The foundation is solid,
The spirit is brilliant. Bitter roots, reaching for the light,
growing through the concrete
in the dead of night. Bitter roots, hold on to the ground.
in the silence,
Hear the most majestic sound. It's a long way up, but we're standing tall. Ooh, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall. it finally snapped in two, exposing the lacerations to the entire avenue. I am hemorrhaging my feelings on this wooden stage, flipping to a thoroughly depressing, tragic page. A crimson river flowing from a deeply wounded heart, tearing my psychological stability apart. The microphone stand is the only thing holding me upright, surrendering completely to the devastating fight.
My vulnerability is presented for the crowd to see, stripped of my defensive masculine anatomy. The incision is profound, the agony is extremely real. There is absolutely nothing left for me to conceal. I pluck the nylon strings with a trembling, nervous hand, hoping the audience can somehow finally understand. A spiritual transfusion required to keep me alive, desperately fighting to fundamentally survive. Draining the essence from the center of the vein, a beautiful method of managing the chronic pain. Exsanguinating sorrow, drop by precious drop, unable to command the biological rhythm to stop. This is a bleeding soul, pouring out the brutal truth, sacrificing the remnants of my golden wasted youth. Bleeding soul, a hemorrhage of the purest sound, staining the carpet on the auditorium ground. Let the violence cry, let the choir softly hum. We are waiting patiently for the ultimate kingdom come. A musical surgery performed without an anesthetic, beautifully tragic and spectacularly poetic. The scar tissue forms a melody across my chest, the permanent reminder of the agonizing test. I suture up the wound with the soaring vocal run, knowing the recovery process has barely begun. The spotlight is a scalpel cutting through the murky disguise, reflecting the trauma directly into your eyes. A therapeutic performance acting as a bandage wrap, escaping the jaws of a psychological trap.
My hemoglobin drops as the tempo starts to climb, committing the ultimate confessional vocal crime. I am an open book, completely missing the final spine, pouring my tragedy into a glass of bitter wine. The audience acts as a massive collective nurse, lifting the heavy burden of this unrelenting curse. A cathartic release of the pressurized internal gauge, leaving my entire anatomy upon the stage. Draining the essence from the center of the vein, a beautiful method of managing the chronic pain. Exsanguinating sorrow, drop by precious drop, unable to command the biological rhythm to stop. A bleeding soul, pouring out the brutal truth, sacrificing the remnants of my golden wasted youth. Bleeding soul, a hemorrhage of the purest sound, staining the carpet on the auditorium My ankles are submerged inside the thick, disgusting mud. The shoreline has eroded from the constant brutal rain, washing away the boundaries of my personal domain. The silt is accumulating at the bottom of the creek, a filthy environment for the weary and the weak. I wade into the shallows, pushing through the murky ground, determined not to let the undercurrent drag me down. The delta is a graveyard for the beautifully naive, a treacherous topography designed to deceive. My waterproof boots are sinking deeper in the sludge, facing the tribunal of an unforgiving judge. The water level rises, threatening to overtake a massive reservoir of every terrible mistake. I fight against the current, utilizing all my might, refusing to surrender to the darkness of the night. The undertow is pulling with the terrifying grip, threatening the balance of this monumental trip. We navigate the debris, floating on the surface tide, with absolutely nowhere for a fugitive to hide. Pushing through the muddy waves, fighting against the stream, waking up shivering from a catastrophic dream. Muddy waves splashing on the rugged, dead and cold, desperately attempting to keep this vessel afloat. Let the river rumble, let the stormy weather crash. We are sifting through the wreckage and the filthy urban trash. A baptism of dirt, a cleansing of the grime, marching through the sludge until the ending of our time.
The levee finally broke beneath the agonizing strain, releasing a torrent of unrelenting pain. The floating logs are battering my bruised and aching knee, a brutal demonstration of the river's majesty. The stagnant pools are breeding a magnificent disease, carried through the valley on a contaminated breeze. I grab a sturdy branch to keep my footing on the floor, swimming toward the promise of a highly distant shore.
My garments are completely soaked and heavy on my frame, participating in this grueling, terrifying game. The whirlpool spin a dizzying, hypnotic, deadly dance, relying entirely on a terrifying chance. The Mississippi grit is permanently in my hair, a physical manifestation of my deep despair. But the reggae rhythm acts as a flotation device, a beautifully rhythmic, spectacular sacrifice. The undertow is pulling with the terrifying grip, threatening the balance of this monumental trip. We navigate the debris, floating on the surface tide, with absolutely nowhere for a fugitive to hide. Pushing through the muddy waves, fighting against the stream, waking up shivering from a catastrophic dream. Muddy waves splashing on the rugged, dead and cold, desperately attempting to keep this vessel afloat. Let the river rumble, let the stormy weather crash. We are sifting through the wreckage and the filthy urban trash. A baptism of dirt, a cleansing of the grime, marching through the sludge until the ending of our time. Keep your head up, do not swallow the flood. We are resilient creatures, molded from the mud. The current is vicious, but our spirits are strong, singing out a massive revolutionary song. Sing, push, breathe. Pushing through the muddy waves, fighting against the stream, waking up shivering from a catastrophic dream. Muddy waves stacked against the avenue. A mutiny brewing in the morning dew, spitting out the propaganda fed by the elite, marching with an army down the concrete street. A kerosene rag stuffed in an empty jar, lighting up the darkness like a shooting star. They tried to cage the tiger in the copper wire, but they only managed to ignite the fire.
A clenched fist rising above the unruly crowd, screaming our demands incredibly loud. The establishment trembles at the sudden noise, a formidable army of the girls and boys,
smashing the illusions with an iron pipe. The demographic angle is completely right. No compromise offered and none received, exposing the web that the politicians need. Combustion spreading through the crowded square, an undeniable tension hanging in the air. The sovereign spirit refuses to comply, looking the oppressor squarely in the eye. Rebel heart pumping with ferocious blood, standing our ground in the rising mud. Rebel heart, a drum beat in the chest, putting the establishment to the ultimate test. Unshackled, untamed, and fiercely awake, demanding a slice of the forbidden cake. An insurgent rhythm pounding in the vein, breaking the links of the tyrannical chain.
The sirens wail a warning from a distant block, but we are firmly planted like a solid rock. A guerrilla tactic executed with precision, cutting through the falsehoods like a sharp incision. They monitor the frequencies and tap the phone, but we communicate in a frequency unknown. A subterranean network of the brave and bold, refusing to be bought and refusing to be sold.
My vocal cords are shredded from the battle cry, refusing to submit and refusing to comply. We paint our manifestos on the subway train, a colorful rebellion in the pouring rain. The riot gear approaches with a steady march, but we hold the line beneath the marble arch. A blazing inferno fueled by righteous eye, feeding the flames of this magnificent fire. Combustion spreading through the crowded square, an undeniable tension hanging in the air. The sovereign spirit refuses to comply, looking the oppressor squarely in the eye. Rebel heart pumping with ferocious blood, standing our ground in the rising mud. Rebel heart, a drum beat in the chest, putting the establishment to the ultimate test. Unshackled, untamed, and fiercely awake, demanding a slice of the forbidden cake. An insurgent rhythm pounding in the vein, breaking the links of a tyrannical chain. Stand up, fight back, do not retreat. Take back the power on every single street. The revolution broadcast on the radio wave, digging the oppressive system a shallow grave. Defy, resist, unite, ignite. Rebel heart pumping with ferocious blood, standing our ground in the rising mud. Rebel heart, a drum beat in the chest, putting the establishment to the ultimate test. Unshackled, untamed, and fiercely awake, demanding a slice of the forbidden cake. An insurgent rhythm pounding in the vein, breaking the links of the tyrannical chain. Keep fighting,
Never surrender.
the heart beats on.
canvas painted deep indigo, watching the distant silver constellations glow. A velvet blanket wrapping my shivering frame, trying to forget the echoes of a hollow game. The lunar cycle guides my solitary feet, far away from the noise of the bustling street,
seeking a sanctuary where the quiet heavily lies underneath the majesty of the open skies.
Pacing the floorboards while the galaxies spin, shedding the weight of my original sin. The astronomical clock ticks in perfect time, a silent observer to this upward climb. Eclipsing the hardship, leaving orbit behind, searching for a haven for a troubled mind.
The atmospheric pressure begins to finally drop, reaching for the summit at the mountain top.
When the twilight fades into the darkest hour,
we gather the remnants of our spiritual power, guiding our vessels through the cosmic sea, unlocking the padlock, setting the captive free. Midnight Zion, a sanctuary built in space, finding salvation in this tranquil place. Midnight Zion, floating on a stellar breeze, bringing the arrogant empires to their knees, bathing our wounds in the astrolight, conquering the demons of the endless night.
the atmospheric pressure begins to finally drop, reaching for the summit at the mountain top. Meteor showers blazing a trail of gold, a beautiful story that has never been told.
No borders, no boundaries, no terrestrial lines, just the universal truth that eternally shines, elevating the consciousness above the fray, waiting patiently for the breaking of day. My silhouette stretches across the silver lawn, breathing the oxygen before the coming dawn. Gravity loses its unrelenting hold, making my hesitant spirit incredibly bold. The cosmic hum vibrates in my inner ear, erasing every particle of lingering fear. A nocturnal pilgrimage to a sacred dome, finally discovering my permanent home. When the twilight fades into the darkest hour, we gather the remnants of our spiritual power, guiding our vessels through the cosmic sea, unlocking the padlock, setting the captive free. Midnight Zion, a sanctuary built in space, finding salvation in this tranquil place. Midnight Zion, floating on a stellar breeze, bringing the arrogant empires to their knees, bathing our wounds in the astrolight, conquering the demons of the endless night. Ascend beyond the stratosphere, the vision becomes crystal clear, levitate above the sorrow and the pain, washing our spirits in the meteor rain. Hush, stars align, ascend. Hush, stars align, ascend. Hush, stars align, ascend. Midnight Zion, a sanctuary built in space, finding salvation in this tranquil place. Midnight Zion, floating on a stellar breeze, bringing the arrogant empires to their knees, bathing our wounds in the astrolabe.